We will switch over here to our OL Reign news. On November 30th, it would be announced that Phallon Tullis-Joyce left her training with Olympic Lyon early due to injury. The goalkeeper was with the parent club of the Reign just to continue her offseason training, having originally scheduled to be there through December 12th. Her trip was cut short as she is quote-unquote injured, but there is nothing serious about the injury. Now, I know that this whole thing gives people were worried about it when it was announced that Tullis-Joyce was going to OL to train anyway. Thought maybe that she'd be going to that club, but it was put out there that she's just there to train through the off season. As the article from OL said, she was on her holiday, so I don't see anything wrong in that, going off to get some more training in the off season, especially coming off of a great year. You want to just improve, right? There was concern when I saw that there was an injury, but when it was kind of deemed that it's nothing serious and it's just more, it seemed to be more of a precautionary thing, I felt a little bit better about it. So hoping Phallon's doing all right. Phallon, if you can see this, I know you follow us on Twitter, hoping everything's okay and that there's nothing too serious about that. And team-related news, on the 1st, the team signed midfielder Marley Canales through the 2023 season. Canales was one of the few players that Seattle had been unable to reach that with when they picked up a bunch of options a few weeks ago. They finally get that done, signing her through the 2023 season. Canales said, "I would like to thank Nick Pereira and Laura Harvey for this opportunity. My first season with the Reign was an unforgettable year of growth and development. I learned so much from our coaching staff and the veterans, and I am thrilled to be back once again." Canales made her professional debut last season, appearing in 4 regular season games, starting 1. The 25-year-old finished the 2023 season with 1 shot, 2 duels won, and 12 successful passes in 80 total minutes played. Additionally, the San Diego native helped the Reign win the Women's Cup after starting in the semifinal and appearing in the final. The Reign originally selected her out of UCLA in the 2022 NWSL draft as the 47th overall pick. So it's good to see Canales get extended there. There's a lot of that draft for the Reign was a pretty solid one. And there's a lot of young talent for this Reign team to continue to work with. You know, obviously you think of this Reign club, you think of a lot of well-established veterans, you know, like the OGs and Rapinoe, Barnes, and Fishlock. Rose Lavelle has been with this club a few years now, but is obviously a pretty veteran player. But you look at, you know, like Canales and Van der Yacht, and Olivia Athens. There's a lot of younger talent in this club, and I'm excited to see that grow as not only, you know, with this coaching staff, with Laura Harvey, but also with the veterans that are, you know, in their respective position groups, you know, with Canales and Van der Yacht and Athens being able to learn from players like Rose Lavelle, like Jess Fishlock. It's pretty solid opportunity, I would say, for them. And excited to see as that continues. And really excited to just get back to NWSL stuff. I know that there was some framework announced for their season, but I'd like to know the official schedule already so that we can get back to Lumen Field for that. So, some not so cool stuff in league related news. The Portland Thorns owner announces that he will sell the team. I see not so cool. The owner's not so cool. It was announced that Merritt Paulson will sell the Portland Thorns, but remain owner of the Portland Timbers, aiming for a sale of $35 to $50 million. The next day, the Thorns head coach would resign. Ryan Wilkinson left the Thorns after a friendship with one of her players reportedly turned into more complex emotions. Players reportedly asked for this resignation. Excuse me. The NWSL commissioner, Jessica Berman, made a statement regarding the move, saying, "I support Merritt Paulson's decision to sell the Thorns. He has a commitment to aid in a smooth transition for a new ownership group in Portland and the $1 million contribution to the league. This money will be used to launch a new NWSL player safety department. Coming out of this chapter in the NWSL's history, we will emerge stronger than ever before and make this a league the players are proud to play in. The Thorns, its players, Its dedicated fan base and the entire Portland community have played a key role in our league's first decade and are critically important to the future success of the NWSL. We will continue to work collaboratively to ensure the players and the club have everything they need to be successful on and off the pitch, which is pretty interesting. It's good to see that Paulson will be out of this, but unfortunately with the Timbers and Thorns already share a lot of facilities. It's not necessarily, it's a bad situation for the Thorns currently. So unfortunate for that. And I'm just hoping whoever takes over for the Thorns, is able to help sort of push out any sort of that poor ownership left by Paulson. In other news, the U.S. women's national team pay equity will come into play with the U.S. men's national team advancement to the round of 16. So a landmark equal pay structure that was announced a few months ago comes into play for the national teams, as the U.S. women will collect $6.5 million from the U.S. men's knockout round berth. So that's good to see that. I know that there was talk about that equity contract being signed a few months ago, but to see it come into play now it's really solid to see there.